Hello learners, I am Dr. Laila Simon, Associate Professor at the Department of Management of the Bhopal School of Social Sciences. Welcome to this module on market segmentation, and together we will learn what is market segmentation, what are the benefits of market segmentation, what are the basis of segmenting consumer markets and industrial markets. What are the criteria for an effective market segmentation? Market means different things to different people. We all are familiar with supermarkets, stock markets, labor markets, fish markets, and flea markets. All these markets share several characteristics. In some, a market is people or organization with needs or wants and with the ability and willingness to pay. A group of people or an organization that lacks any of these characteristics is not a market. And the process of dividing a market into meaningful segments or groups is market segmentation. Philip Kotler, the father of marketing management, defines market segmentation as the process of dividing a market into distinct subgroups of customers with distinct need, characteristics, or behavior, who might require separate products or marketing mixes. The purpose of segmentation is to determine differences among buyers which may be significant in choosing them or marketing to them. Under this concept, a firm groups the buyers on the basis of common needs and desires. It differentiates one group from the other on the basis of their needs, region, characteristics, personality, or behavior. Market segmentation is just the first step in a three-phase marketing strategy. After segmenting the market into homogeneous clusters, the marketer must select one or more segments to target. So the second step is target marketing. The third step is market positioning, which involves arranging the products to occupy a clear, distinctive, and desirable place relative to competitive products in the minds of the target consumers. Now let's understand how the segmentation helps for consumer markets and industrial markets. The major bases or variables used to segment consumer markets are geographic segmentation, demographic segmentation, psychographic segmentation, and behavioral segmentation. Let's understand each of them. Geographic segmentation calls for dividing the market into groups into different geographical units like nations, regions, state, cities or neighborhoods, market size, market density, or maybe even climate. For example, people in coastal areas of Konkan and Goa relish rice and fish. There's a high demand of talc in southern India as most of them use it to apply on their face. Complexion creams are on high sales in India. So we see products are made as per the needs of the consumers. The demographic segmentation divides the market into groups based on variables such as age, gender, family size, the family life cycle, income, occupation, education, race, generation, or maybe even nationality. Demographic factors are the most popular basis for segmenting customer groups, as consumer needs, wants, and usage rates, they're very closely associated with the demographic variables. For example, teens, the mega segment in India, spends most on mobiles, music, or maybe even fast food. Young adults spend on vehicles, maybe on cosmetics or even clothing. The high income group customers will look for luxuries like buying a Mercedes, and at the same time, the others may opt small car segments. The psychographic segment divides the buyers into different groups on the basis of a social class, the lifestyle, and even personality characteristics. People in the same demographic group can have very different psychographic makeup. The desire for status, enhanced appearance, and more money are the best examples of psychographic variables. For example, Cafe Coffee Day chose lifestyle-oriented urban youth as their target customers. The behavior segmentation divides buyers into groups on the basis of knowledge, attitude, uses, or even responses to the product. Most marketers believe that behavior variables are the best setting point for building the market segments. Buyers can be grouped according to the occasions. Like people buy expensive jewelry and saris on festivals or weddings. People can prefer cornflakes or oats for a breakfast, etc. Another powerful form of segmentation is to group the buyers according to different benefits that they seek from the product. For example, Procter & Gamble has different laundry detergent segments, each with a unique benefit like cleaning, bleaching, fabric softening, fresh smell, etc. Markets can be segmented as per user status, as non-users, ex-users, the first-time users, or regular users of the products. Segmentation of market as per user rate and loyalty status is also very common these days. Now let's understand segmenting the business markets. Business markets can be segmented with many of the same variables as it was used for consumer market segmentations like geographic, demographic, by benefit sort, user status, usage rate, or by even loyalty status. A common way to segment industrial markets is by end users. Different end users often seek different benefits and can be approached with different marketing mixes. Business markets also use some additional variables like operating variables, wherein they use the technology, maybe user, non-user status, kind of purchasing approaches, varying approaches like centralized or decentralized approach, purchasing power structure may vary, the purchasing policies or criteria may vary. Situational factors like the urgency of the product, maybe the specific application of the product, size of the order, etc. And also personal characteristics which include buyer-seller similarity or maybe even attitude towards risk and important term as loyalty. Now the question is, how to judge which segmentation criteria would be the most efficient for marketing a product, as not all segmentations are effective. To be maximally useful, market segment must be measurable. That is, the degree to which the size and purchasing power of the segments can be measured. Accessible, the degree to which the segments can be effectively reached and served. Substantial, the degree to which the segments are large or profitable enough to serve. Differentiable, the degree to which the segments are conceptually different and respond differently to different marketing mix elements and programs. The huge question is, why should somebody buy your product? Actionable, the degree to which effective programs can be formulated for attracting and serving the segments. So we have seen that market segments can be identified by applying successive variables to subdivide a market. More and more businesses today are using database marketing programs to find their potential customers, as companies today have understood that they cannot appeal to all the buyers in the same way. That's all that we have in this module. Thanks for watching.